It's season 3, everyone. That's the most dramatic way I could do it, I wanted to. So welcome in season 3 of the Brownie Sunday Show. We made it, y'all. We made it. How's it feel to be in season 3?
It feels great. I mean, it feels good to have made it to 2025.
Just in general.
Along with, yeah, exactly. Okay. No, like seriously. Just everything going on.
It's been
I'm trying to be optimistic. I'm trying.
For me, I'm like, why? Why even be optimistic anymore? Is that the wrong way?
Because then I won't be able to sleep.
That is a good point. Sleep is important.
But yeah, it's 2025. Let's see, the year.
Are we doing like a log?
Oh, just I don't know.
5th,
it's just so much has happened
2025.
already. That's not good, but that's what you're here for, right? You're here to
the beginning
escape,
of the
you know?
Yes.
You're here to escape and get away and, feel something other than fear. And that's what we're going to bring to you. So welcome.
Welcome.
This episode is about Wicked.
Yes.
We finally watched Wicked.
Finally.
Now, before we get into it, we have some other things we're going to talk about, but I just want to say I did see Wicked in Chicago, Broadway in Chicago, about 10 years ago. It was a birthday gift from my mom and my sister to me. My mom and I went, and it was so good.
Yeah.
Like, I told you that it stuck out to me as one of the better musicals that I've ever seen. I mean, they're all obviously amazing. Yeah. But it was one that I really remembered. And I remembered songs from it, like just the feeling I had. It was just awe-inspiring. It was like at intermission, I was just like, I can't believe it's halfway over. You know?
Yeah, Wicked had his, I didn't get to see it. However, Wicked definitely had its effects because everyone around me was singing the songs and stuff. Like, so when we saw the movie, I knew some of the songs randomly. I'm like, heard them. I've heard this a billion times. However, it was cool seeing Cynthia Erivo as Elphaba.
She was amazing.
She was. But I do want to talk a little bit about the new year and stuff before we get into the
we're going to talk about definitely
life. So I guess the first question is, how are you feeling now that we made it to January 5th, 2025? We're going to keep saying the date.
Well, this is going to air on a different date.
I know, but I want them to know when it was recorded.
How am I feeling? You know what? No comment. I don't want to.
Dang.
I don't want to comment.
Well, I'm feeling
blessed.
Yeah, I feel blessed.
I'm definitely feeling blessed, but I'm just not looking forward to certain events that coincide with MLK Day. That's it.
Yeah, I guess we don't have to explain.
Inauguration.
Because you all did come here to escape. But you can't escape the truth.
I know. You can't escape life.
Yeah, I mean, I guess kind of bittersweet for me, which is weird to say for the beginning of the year. I feel like
I know.
That should be something that you say at the end.
Like, already on New Year's, it was a tragedy. There was tragedies.
Yeah.
And that does not set a good tone for the year. So that's why I feel the way I feel. Yeah. I will say the things I'm looking forward to. Okay. On another note, I'm looking forward to my DIY projects.
Tell the people about the DIY. Tell them about that. Actually, can you give me some water while you talk DIY?
So there are some projects that have been, stewing around in my mind, marinating, getting savory, okay? And they're finally ready to come out. I want to do some apartment DIYs. I want to start sewing again, doing some and all of these I'm going to film, okay? So it may take a while, but I'm going to film them all.
Got it.
Sewing DIYs, crafting DIYs. I want to do maybe even some baking DIY, some cooking DIY. But first I'm going to start with what I'm familiar with, which is like home, design, decor, and sewing and crafts.
Awesome.
So
do you want
what are you looking for?
I just want to, can I ask you one more?
Yeah.
Okay. What is the first project you see yourself completing? Like, what do you see?
Very first project?
The very first one. Video or no video? Because maybe I don't get that.
The penguins.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I'm making these penguins for work.
Are they going to get the penguins or is it just for us? Are we going to show the penguins to the world? Or?
Yeah,
you don't have to.
Well,
you don't have
it'll be a video. Just peruse the channel.
Okay, because we don't, you know what I'm saying?
No, it's going to be a video. I'm going to make it a video.
Making sure I still don't trust him a little bit. I didn't forget.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
And so these penguins are just cardstock paper, but I'm making them for like our little bulletin board, our little like welcome, for work because, I have a new job.
Yep.
I do have that to look forward to as well.
That's true.
I am a supervisor. I won't say where.
Because you don't try to track us down.
But
we don't trust you to not try to find us.
Basically, I supervise an area that holds classes. Okay?
There you go.
And so I just want to make the area where the instructors come, to sign in, to hang out, to get a cup of coffee. I just want to make it like wintry and cutesy. And so I'm making some penguins, which are my specialty.
Also,
I just made a lot of penguins in my day.
She will be laminating these penguins.
Yes, because I want them to be reused.
So they last forever. Because I didn't even think about how great that is, that you can laminate stuff until you taught me.
Because I realized I was like, I'm putting so much effort into them. Yeah. They need to be reused. So next year in the winter, I will be using those penguins again. And then people started to look forward to the penguins. Exactly. And then they started to become a totem of the winter. Like, oh, penguins out, winter's here. Exactly. So that's, So hopefully that's what I'm looking forward to. And, continuing with work and all those other things. So what about you?
I don't know. Surviving. Let's start there. Getting through the year. Yeah. So we're all trying to do that. Trying. So I'm about to get into my spoken word bag, whatever. I've been writing poetry for like a long time. That is one thing I do wish I can find. I have to ask my mom about it. Like, if I can find some of my 8th grade poetry to share with you. Wow. Oh my gosh, I wish I could. I wish I could share some of my 8th grade poetry with you. I used to write poetry myself. We started from somewhere. It was crazy. But anyway, so I'm gonna start doing this doing my spoken word. I've written a lot of poetry for years, but I haven't really released any. So I just miss performing. And this is a stressless way of performing. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to audition. I can just read my own stuff. Mm-hmm, right. And other than that, which is nice. I did cast Corey as the lead of a new show, which we are hoping comes together right now. It's going well. It's going well. And she will be the lead and the star and the queen. So I'm very excited about that. And I'm excited about that too. And I feel like lastly, I think I'm gonna get back into my spiritual bag. A lot of bags. I'm getting in a lot of bags right now. There's always got to be a lot of bags. Gotta be a lot of bags. I think I just missed the routine of it when I was dealing with my insomnia and stuff. I just had a routine of spirituality. So no pressure or anything. I just missed that. So maybe having a time to meditate or exactly something like that. Yeah, making time for those things in your day. Yeah, and making it like a staple of my day, like as the same importance as brushing my teeth. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to get to that. So yeah, I feel like that's it for me. Yeah, I am looking forward to working out again. I miss working out with you in general, but I also miss working out. Yeah. Well, I won't be able to work out with you. I know. It just hit me. It just hit me at the same time. Now because of my work schedule. It literally hit me. But we can find time on the weekend to work out together. Yes. That's what we should do. Or maybe we should do a couple stretches at the end of the night. Just 10 minutes. Yeah. I think that definitely we should do that. We can take turns leading it. Like sometimes I'll lead it, sometimes you lead it, sometimes you. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Then you can show me stretches. I can show you stretches. I mean, that's definitely that we can make that a daily thing. Like something just 10 minutes. Yeah. Something crazy. We figuring out stuff as we perform. See, where am I at? The stress of 25 has got me confused. However, we are here for y'all, bringing y'all these hits. Yes. So what else about the year are you looking forward to? I think like that kind of sums it up. Oh, we did get a kitten. Why didn't we start with Samoa him? Has a little brother now. He does. And Jalen fell in love with this kitten. I did. Before, what was it, 4 days before Christmas? Yeah. So it was a Christmas gift. It was a Christmas kitty. Yeah. His name is Oreo. He's black and white. He's wild. He is wild. I'm looking like, where is he? I think he is sleeping. He is, yeah. But we'll show you him, when he's out. Eventually. But yeah, as far as the year, I think that we have a lot of things we do have to look forward to. We just uncertain. These are uncertain times. And that's I think that's fair to say. Absolutely. And natural to be nervous or cautious, you know? And I will say, save your money. All of it. I feel like all of us should just be saving our money and making sure whatever. But can we go into our little, speaking of pets, I want to go into this segment
that I said I wanted to do called, what was it called?
Random Thoughts?
Random Thought of the Day.
Oh, okay. So give it to him good, because I'm going to throw a title on it.
I'd like to talk about something in a segment that I titled Random Thought of the Day.
Whew.
Now, this was my random thought while I was getting ready, because I needed a lint roller for this hat that you see. Okay. First time wearing it. Sometimes I buy things. Yeah, I buy things and I say, and I, forget about them.
Wear it in my dreams.
You've seen it?
I feel like for some reason in my head I've seen it on you, but I haven't, obviously.
No. Maybe you saw me buy it. I don't know.
We do a lot of things together.
Either way,
finish.
It's a new hat, but it'd been in a drawer, and we have pets, and I was like, lint rolling the little cat hairs, and I just remembered that. Okay, this is weird to me. It's weird to me because I'm a pet owner, but whatever. Maybe other people don't think it's weird, but it's weird to me when people call out, like, they make it seem embarrassing when you have pet hair on you. Like, it's not weird to call it if you're like, oh, you got some hair, and just like take it off. But there are people who do it like, they're like, oh, you have some pet hair, you have some hairs, and they like try to shame you or make you like feel embarrassed about it. But I feel like in general, most pet owners don't feel embarrassed. I don't know what y'all are trying to do when you do that. The people who do that, like, we have pets, okay? But you know what? Crazy thought I had is like, people who have kids, the people that don't have kids, we don't be like, I saw an empty juice box in your car. I saw like a baby shoe in your bag. Where's the other shoe? Remember, they were like, where's the other shoe? Yes. Are you being neglectful?
Are you a terrible mother?
Because I know somebody that just
all of y'all.
Like, we don't be like, ooh, your back seat is junky. Ooh, your car. I mean, you shouldn't. But like, we don't. I feel like people without kids don't point out to people who have kids like, ooh, your car seat is a little
because
crummy.
Is it the word gauche?
You have crumbs in your car seat.
Is that the right word? Gauche?
Yes.
Yeah.
But we're not saying those type of things because life happens. You have kids, you're busy, things are going on. Yeah. So don't shame the pet owners for having some damn pet hairs on their clothes.
I think people have a really hard time accepting when someone isn't how they expect them to be. And when I say specifically pet owners, I think that those that may have prioritized either kids or they feel like having a kid or it's just like more important or whatever to someone's journey in life, they look at those that that have pets and have been caring for pets as like, well, you're not doing like quote unquote right because you.
Oh my gosh, they shed.
You see what I'm saying?
What? That's how they act.
Like if you're a pet owner, you're supposed to everything's supposed to be perfect or something. Like
every hair should be vacuumed.
We should never know you have a pet. It's like, what is it called? Like seen and not heard kind of thing.
Yeah.
I just think people just like to shame people because it's easier to shame someone than to look at yourself.
Yeah. It's like you don't think I know if I'm wearing all black, I got pet. You can see all the cat hairs on me. For sure. Or if somebody's wearing a dark color, you see the pet hair. It's like yeah. There's gonna be animal hair. Okay?
Absolutely.
So
every time.
It's just I just wanted to bring that up because it bothers me.
Do I have a random thought this week, this month, today? I'm trying to think.
It has to be random. It can't be forced.
All right, I won't force it. Let's see what comes.
You are gonna force it.
I'm not. I just said I won't.
I thought you said you will, and you started to speak.
I'm gonna force it. No, I'm not gonna force it. First thing that came to mind, literally weird. Dolphins, right? Why are dolphins not celebrated more? Because if they're the smartest animal, they're mammals. Why don't we talk about dolphins more often?
How would you like them to be celebrated then?
As in, when we talk about things of the sea, we talk about whales, we talk about jellyfish, we talk about, you know what I'm saying? We talk about, even the seahorse. I feel like
people talk about dolphins a lot. I just feel like
dolphins don't get their shot.
No, they do.
Well, then maybe I'm not in the right dolphin community.
Everybody goes to the sea worlds and stuff for the dolphins.
I thought they went for the whale.
No, they go for the dolphins. The dolphins are the show. They're the star.
I thought the whale was the star. Shamu? Anybody?
Yeah, but I'm saying like a star, like amongst other stars. Like dolphins are not just like
pushed to the side.
Here's the dolphin exhibit. Like, they're like, here's the dolphin.
Maybe I need to be more dolphin forward in my life.
Maybe you just haven't noticed that the dolphins, maybe you are getting the praise they get. You just like aren't aware.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I haven't seen my black dolphins in the ocean in a while. Does that mean I'm no longer tapped in?
But you haven't been to the ocean in a long time.
I have been to the ocean. I work at the ocean.
But not where you've seen the black dolphins.
See? That's why I take the village. You're right. So I have to go back to that place. And hopefully I will see those black dolphins again. Thus concludes Random Thought. Oh, God.
I will have you know, my high school mascot was the Dolphins.
Mine was a Wildcat, if that means anything to you. Or to anyone out there.
Dolphins are celebrated, like you said, for being smart.
So I'm saying, I think
my high school was known for being smarty-arties. Yeah. Like we would be the Ravenclaws for sure. And I am a Ravenclaw.
I don't even know.
But my high school would be Ravenclaws.
I guess I wasn't tapped in
Whitney
enough to my
Young,
high school.
Michelle Obama alum. Okay.
I don't even know what my high school would be.
Well, what? No the Wildcats?
No idea. No, I'm saying like the wild. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the Wildcats could be a house. I'm talking about like the energy of my high school. I don't know what it even was. I feel like I was just like in and out of that place, just like bye.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I feel like that sometimes.
Maybe well, I just decided not to keep all the high school memories. There's just too many memories in my life, and the high school moments are gone.
You mean so was high school like wicked?
Yes and no.
People can be wicked in high school.
But yes and no. Speaking of high school wicked, I never thought, or more so I was surprised that they showed him as like in college and stuff. I was kind of like, okay. I guess most plays and musicals don't go that far back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To bring us forward. So I thought you were joking when you first said like they should have a TV show about them being in college. I was like, oh, that's funny.
I'm saying that's next. That's what I said next.
Oh yeah. Especially all the money they got from this movie.
Wicked, the college years.
Oh,
so you can get deeper into like Elphaba's and Galinda's, like friendship and where the rift, how they became closer, because you have a whole arc. But we'll talk about that in the second half.
That's true.
That's my prediction, that they could have a Wicked the college years.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think so.
I agree.
But yeah, like I said, the year is there's a lot of promise in the year, I guess, if you want to set goals and do things. I mean, like every year. But I don't put that on myself too much about New Year's resolutions and trying to do something. Like I like to set goals for myself throughout the year.
Yeah, like little benchmarks and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And then I just feel like there's not as much pressure if you don't do the thing you set out to do by January 31st or, whatever, February. Yeah. It just gives you room to continually go. But some people, they like to do that. Like they like to set those 30-day, goals to feel like, hey, I did this at the top of the year.
Well, in my conspiracy theory ridden mind, I think that New Year's resolutions are a scam. Because there's always this marketing and stuff behind it, like get this started or do this thing and all this stuff. And it's like all this pressure on the beginning and the down payments.
Of the
gym or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? It could be whatever it is that uses the new year as like, buy it now. Or it could be like, oh, we have our New Year's car thing. Or, we got a more.
Yeah, that's true. The car sales. They try to sell the car.
So I just think that no one even expects you to finish your New Year's resolution because they're going to try to get your money another way later on in the year. That's what I think. But who am I?
That's a good point.
No one. No, I'm kidding. But you know what I'm saying? I just feel like so many things that...
Everything's a way to get money.
Isn't it? That's what I was trying to get at. Everything is corrupted.
He don't really love you if he don't buy you these 12 dozen, not just a dozen, 12 dozen roses for Valentine's Day. And it's like, you got to spend, everything's encouraging you to spend money.
Yes.
They don't love you if they don't take you to Nobu.
Nobu. They don't. They don't love you. That's what I'm saying. You get it. You understand.
They don't love you.
They don't.
They didn't take you to Nobu for Valentine's Day?
What do you mean Valentine's? For Tuesday hot wings. If they don't take you to Nobu for Tuesday hot wings, they don't love you. Because they have to take you on Valentine's Day. It's like, you have to. You have to. Why have we never gone to Nobu? Wait, you want to go to Nobu?
Do we have... Are
Nobu,
you really asking me why
Nobu,
we've never gone to Nobu?
Listen to this though. Nobu is cheaper than Del Frisco's.
Del Frisco's was a one-time...
I know.
Special thing.
That's what I'm trying to say. If Nobu's was cheaper than Del Frisco's,
yes,
I think we could go to Nobu one time.
But when we went to Del Frisco's, you got a discount.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So then Nobu will be more expensive than Del Frisco.
No, I'm saying I checked the prices.
But I'm saying it'll be more expensive than what you paid.
I'm saying Nobu's prices are about half of what the entrees are at Del Frisco.
Okay, well then then take me to Nobu.
Take us to Nobu.
Take me.
We're both going. We're taking each other.
Okay. I mean, I don't know if I want to spend money like that on Nobu, to be honest.
What if we just
I would like to see it just to see because everybody talks about Nobu.
I feel like because
everyone talks about Nobu.
I feel like it's gonna be a letdown.
I just want to see it
because everyone talks about it.
But what if it's not? What if you feel like you never experienced, you never lived?
That's true.
Once you go,
I want to go to Elefante one day.
Oh yeah.
Just because they have a very weird logo.
Yeah.
Not because I want their food, just because I'm like, what's behind this?
Yeah, I just want to try new places that we've never been.
Yeah.
Now that, we have a little more income?
A little more
income. Yeah. Oh, you didn't tell them about your new job.
Oh, I live stream now for products on the internet. So it's been a lot of fun learning about how to not go crazy while you're selling stuff. And embracing this new medium because I feel like we had the time of QVC. And I'm not saying QVC is done, but it's just not as popular as it used to be. And so I feel like this whole you can buy something on your phone thing is the next wave. Do I think it's dangerous for the consumer? Yeah. Because at least with QVC, you had to get up and sit on the couch or something. You at least had to move. Now, you can just, there's my check.
Wait, what do you mean with QVC you had to move?
I'm saying there's at least more motivation. I'm saying there's more steps before the buy is what I'm trying to say.
How?
As in with QVC, I'm saying you at least had to go to your living room, turn the TV on, go to QVC.
Okay.
Make sure that you're on at the right time where the thing that you want to buy is on. Like all
that's kind of similar to you. Someone has to go.
But it's just like it's a lot less. I'm saying just the sales come a little faster because you don't have to do anything. You literally just open it at the bottom, you click it twice, and you bought it. Okay. Like that's it. You just literally two taps. That's it. So it's dangerous, but it's fun for me. But it is dangerous for everyone else out there. Yeah. Because your check will go and it will go fast. So look out for me on your phone. Maybe you'll see me.
What app you gonna tell them?
I can? Oh, TikTok.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. You didn't really mention your job. I didn't want.
Well, mine is different.
It is different. That's true. So I do work on TikTok. Don't work for TikTok. I work on TikTok. So I'm in the live streaming section. So you just kind of scroll through, and maybe I'll sell you something. Maybe you'll buy it from me.
Maybe. All right, we're gonna take a quick break.
Okay.
And just like those pests under your front porch that you can't get rid of, we're back.
What? It's like, where is this going?
We're back. We're here to talk about Wicked. I have fond memories of Wicked. Okay.
I do now that I've seen it.
Yeah. So Wicked, for those of you who may have been living in a hyperbolic chamber, maybe you were in a coffin because you're a vampire. Okay. If you haven't heard about Wicked, it is the tale of two witches, okay? And one is perceived as good while another is perceived as bad. However, we start to learn the backstory. What happened? So it starts out, the story after The Wizard of Oz, which is everyone, the Munchkins, all the people are happy that the Wicked Witch is dead. Glinda is like, yay, everybody, we're, celebrate. But then they ask her and they say, didn't you know the Wicked Witch? Like, didn't you know her? And she says, yeah, I did know her. And we go into the story of how they met and their time together before they became, celebrity witches, if you will.
Celebrity.
Okay. The baddest witches in the land, in the good and the bad sense. So yeah, it's a backstory to it. So it's just really interesting because you basically learn that, spoiler alert, here's where you stop watching if you haven't seen it. Okay?
Yes. Or listening. But spoiler alert, that Elphaba, who's supposed to be the bad witch, actually isn't bad. Not at all.
She's not bad at all. It's just the perception and the lies that have been told by people and the wizard himself, that, have branded her as bad. Now, I want to start off by just saying, first of all, tell me your feelings, because you got emotional watching it. It's a very emotional film. There's a lot of things, that are happening to women that are, totally different, having to live together, navigate being in school, and just the various demands and pressures. And then from totally different backgrounds. Like Elphaba was, even though her father was a governor, she was shunned because she was born green and because her father blamed her for what happened to her sister, her younger sister, when she was born, which wasn't her fault at all. Like, he blamed her for something that was totally his fault, as terrible parents will do.
Every time they said, oh, because she's green, I heard, because she's black.
Yes.
Every time.
So she's green, but she's black, okay? and then you have Galinda, who later becomes Glinda. But Galinda, she comes from like a wealthy, well-to-do family. It's like a legacy admission for her because she don't know how to do shit, okay? She don't got no powers. She is not doing anything. Elphaba got powers like since she was a little girl, and she's not even supposed to be in the school. Her sister's going to the school. She just happens to be there and gets admitted. But yeah, Galinda's like got money. She's blonde. She's white. She's petite. She's beautiful. She wears pink all the time. She's like the perfect woman, perfect witch. And so, yeah, she's coming from a life of privilege, and Elphaba is not. And so just how the different dynamics play. So, yeah, I know a lot of people, some people were upset, and they were like, this movie is racist, reverse racist. They're trying to say that white people are bad and green people are good. And it's like, no, first of all, there's no such thing as reverse racism, but also, you mad because she got it because Glinda was exposed? Are you mad because you're exposed?
Yeah.
So yeah.
You are mad because you're
exposed. Talk about the movie itself. How did it make you feel? Because, you enjoyed it.
It made me feel like everything in this world's been trying to slow me down. And if I don't push through and fight, then there's no point of being black. I mean green. I mean black. There's no point. There's no point. Because yes, as you said earlier, I did get emotional watching the film. Yeah. Because it reminded me that we are on our own journey, no matter who's on that journey with us. And even those that may have been your closest friend in the past, because I cut them out. Bye! They're gone. I don't have this issue anymore. However, in the past, your closest friends are secretly wishing for your demise by giving you ugly hats to wear at the gala or gala or whatever you say.
Yeah.
To wear there.
Knowing it's ugly.
Knowing it's ugly.
Knowing you're going to get clowned.
Knowing you're going to get clowned. Yeah, it's hot too.
Exactly. Why you gonna give me a hat to wear at a party?
Exactly.
You know, I'm gonna be sweating.
Sweating bullets.
She had nice micro braids. You trying to have her sweat out her nice gelled down edges?
So yeah, I think that's why I got emotional, because it really reminded me of how many people that I found out later on that didn't have my actual best interest in mind, and to continue to believe in my own innate power, because everybody said that she can't fly, like from jump. You know what I'm saying? Spoiler alert, she flies at supersonic speed, faster than anybody has ever motherfucking flown before.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, like you said, she showed promise from the beginning.
Yeah.
But here she is at the same place as Galinda, who has not shown any powers.
Zero.
But they're like, you know, because that's how it's set up, right? Legacies. You come in, you may not be as smart, but then you're gonna look at Elphaba. Oh, she's a DEI. She got her from affirmative action. No, she got her because she's talented. She's actually more talented than you. That's how I saw it clearly as paralleling, like being a parallel to things that are in our real life. Absolutely. Even though this is a fictional story and everything. Yeah. But these things happen. We see people who are like privileged like Glinda, and then who are not, like Elphaba.
And then,
and how they're treated differently, you know?
And then for a person of color to direct it too, that means that they experienced something.
Exactly.
We don't know what it is, but it wasn't all roses and rainbows. I think that's one of my favorite parts of the movie, because I feel that because when you speak directly to the oppressor or a group of oppressors, even if it's through art, oftentimes that never actually makes it to the screen. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's been countless movies, countless plays, countless books, countless parts of art or pieces of art that have spoken directly to a specific issue that we never will read or see because it doesn't make it to the screen. So the fact that this was so poignant to where even if, you know, you consider yourself a quote-unquote good person, you may feel a way because you've done this to someone else. And I think that was the I guess the mindfuck of it all. It was like, Galinda, everybody thought that she was such this great person, but then when you see behind what she's doing, she's manipulating people into thinking that she's a great person, therefore making her a bad person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, her goodness was for selfish reasons. Yeah. It's like if you donate to a charity, you give a lot of money, but then you want to make sure that the press is there to get your picture holding the check. It's like, yeah, you did it. It is going to help someone. We're not saying it's not going to help.
Absolutely.
But the reasons you did are not coming from a selfless place, because you are realizing you want to get that fame, you want to get that recognition for it, which is selfish, you know? And that's the motivator. It's like, if they told you, oh, it's going to be anonymous, would you still donate? That's a question you have to ask yourself. Whenever you're doing something, if you're doing it for the right reasons, you have to just have to think and say, is this just benefiting me? And it happens to benefit somebody else too? Or, you know, am I really doing it because I want to help? Yeah. There were a few things, there were just a lot of things in the movie that I felt like a lot of people can relate to, and that's another reason why it's good. Like, even if you don't necessarily love musicals, they're just themes that I think a lot of people have experienced, you know, that they can relate to either one of the characters maybe. I personally couldn't relate to Galinda.
Me either.
I could not.
I don't see myself in her story at all.
At all? Yeah,
Not even not even a little bit.
But hey, some people may, and maybe they have that experience of remembering that time when they had a green roommate in college. And they were like, what? You aren't all just liars and thieves? Like, my parents taught me that you were? And then they're like, oh my gosh, they're cool. I'm getting to know them. Now I'm putting hot sauce on my food. Like...
Stop. I just heard what you said. Hot? Okay. So,
I tried Flamin' Hots for the first time, and they were delicious. I just thought those were like ghetto snacks.
Okay.
That's what the Galindas.
That's what they say.
They're not all bad, mommy and daddy.
They all are bad. No, I'm kidding. I feel like we're in such a weird place in our country right now where there is a lot of outward hate that I feel like has been amplifying. However, there's also a lot of knowledge that's been amplifying too at the same time. So it makes me really uneasy because I feel like we're right in the middle of both. Like, I don't know which side is going to win right now. Mm-hmm. And that's a lot of the time how I felt during the movie too, because I felt there were things that, well, Elphaba's whole thing was just let me be me and do me. So leave me alone and let me just live my life. And then Galinda was like, well, I have this whole vision of what my life should be, i.e. being a witch, i.e. being the baddest witch in the game. And I see that Elphaba is my way to that. So like, that's her only way of, that's the only reason why she did what she did was because she had an end goal.
Because Elphaba got the attention of one of the most famous kind of wizards or witches that are known for, a certain type of magic or something. So because Elphaba was getting this attention from this now new mentor, Galinda knew that the only way she could get, in there was possibly through her. Yeah. Although they did get assigned as roommates without her at first agreeing to it. But, over time she was like, well, I remember Elphaba, out of the goodness of her heart, she said, well, I will only continue to work with you, mentor, if you let Galinda come in and learn too. Exactly. Another nice thing Elphaba did.
Exactly. So this is not right, what I'm going to say. However, this is how I feel. When are we going to start burning it down? Because I'm so sick of everybody being so nice. Because then, guess what? At the end of the day, at the end of the story, who is dead? Elphaba.
Well, what you mean she's dead?
When the movie started, wasn't she the one that got hit by the house or whatever? And it was like, ding dong, the witch is dead? Isn't she the witch that was dead? No?
We don't know.
Okay, we don't know. So then maybe we don't know.
She's the witch that Dorothy throws the water on and she melts.
Okay, so we don't know.
There's a part 2.
Okay.
So you don't know.
I don't know because it made me very upset. So I may not be upset the next time you see me and we talk about the second part. However, right now, in the state of it, at intermission, I'm upset. I don't like how it feels.
Oh my gosh.
Because think about it, because I don't have the rest of the story. So from my perspective, we see her dead in the beginning. There's a flashback. Yeah. Okay, she's gone.
Well, that's the whole point.
She's going to be dead.
They're showing you where the story leaves off, where Dorothy has killed the witch. And you're seeing that. So you're supposed to think that.
I don't feel good.
You're supposed to think that.
I don't like it.
I'm not saying she's not dead. I'm just saying you don't know. That's all.
So let's just say if she is dead, let's just say in this hypothetical intermission situation, she's dead, right? So she did all of that, was so nice of Galinda just to die? Does that not sound familiar? Blacks? I know you felt it in your spirit as soon as I said familiar. It just resonated.
I know. I just feel like that's why you see I've seen so many videos of Black people coming out of the movie theater and they're like crying, or they're just like, oh my gosh, I have to see it 5 more times, which I definitely want to see it a lot more times. Yeah. But it is different. I will tell you, it is felt more now that Elphaba is a Black actress than when it was the original was, a white actress, right? Yeah. But you still felt it. See, the thing is, it's still a universal feeling of, hey, this witch is being marginalized because she's green, right? Yeah. And because she has powers, but if she wasn't green, everybody'd be like, oh my gosh, she's bad. Yes, she got the power. But because she's green, they're like, oh, she has powers? Oh my gosh. Should we be worried? Mm-hmm. So now that she's cast, Cynthia Erivo is cast as her, it does take on a different tone, and I think
that was purposeful.
It's
because think about the Crazy Rich Asians. That had a lot of that in there too. It was specifically amongst the Asian community.
Yes, about what.
However, it was very poignant.
Yeah, the expectations and who you're supposed to marry and things like that.
So okay.
No, you go.
So it's hard for me to think that, or more so, I know in my spirit that this director did what he did for that exact reason, because he's been very purposeful with his other stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's why he cast a Black woman, I think.
Speaking on expectations of who you're supposed to marry, I know we talked about this before, and I just want to touch briefly on it. So you know Fierro?
Yes.
His name Fierro, right? He was the guy that transferred in and into Shiz University. The university is called Shiz.
Disgusting.
What?
I just think of shit. I'm not gonna lie. The first time I heard it,
I think of the Shiz. You know how people say, "It's the shit, isn't it?" Remember Jamie Foxx? It's the shit, isn't it?
The shits.
Okay.
So that's the first thing I heard. I was like,
oh gosh.
I know that can't be it.
All right. Well, anyway, they were in college, okay? And Fierro came, and he's just like the stereotypical perfect, like, prince, you know, he's fit. He's got brown hair, you know, brown eyes. All the ladies love him. Galinda really loves him. He likes Galinda. However, he does run into Elphaba before he meets Galinda. And something about Elphaba, you could tell it does intrigue him, because also she's not fawning over him like all the other women do. He basically runs into her with his horse on this when she's out walking. And she's just like, ugh, Jace, do you like just always bump into people? And she's just like, ugh, annoyed, and keeps moving. So he's like, she wasn't just beguiled by my looks and my charm. So then when he sees Elphaba again, it's like they have a moment, and something happens, and they have to like be brave and, you know, make a choice. And you can see that he's falling for her. But it troubles him, because then after that, he starts to act weird, you know, towards Glinda. And Glinda can tell, and Elphaba is like, Fierro and Elphaba clearly have sparks, okay, between them, the way they look at each other. And it made me think about how some people just won't be with the person that they really want to be with because society or their family says you're not supposed to be with that person. But they want to be with that person. And it made me think of one of your old friends who you've cut out of your life.
Snip, snip.
Because he was negative.
Snip, snip, snip.
How he was always talking about other women, like, ooh, look at her, she bad, ooh, this, da, da, da. And then you found out that he had a long time girlfriend of like some years, and we met her. We went to dinner. It was like three of us couples. We went to dinner, and she came. And you were like, oh, are you serious? This is why you don't claim her. This is why you don't talk her up. And it was literally because, I was going to say it, colorism. Okay? Elphaba's green. Fierro didn't want to talk to her. This other woman was a darker skinned black woman, so this light skinned black man didn't want to claim her. He always would be looking at other light skinned women. And I remember being so like, ugh,
repulsed?
Are you serious? Yeah,
disgusted? You're
dating her. He didn't even act affectionate towards her at the dinner. It was like, this is your woman.
Yeah.
And you're just, so I just don't understand, like, why be like that? Clearly, something about her that you love. If you don't really love her like that, and you're just keeping her around till you find somebody else, then cut her loose. Just save her the time. But things like that, you know, that people do that, and so that was in the movie too.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, I've always obviously hated that, and I think that so many. I love us, but I hate us. So many dudes are just like, I need that security blanket of someone. However, they won't take the time to find someone that also intrigues them. And then they're mad at the person that's their security blanket because they don't intrigue them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's like,
or go and work on themselves to figure out, why do I only want to be with this one type of woman that apparently I don't even really want to be with, but because everybody says I should be with them, then now I'm going to...
In that situation, it was how he wanted other people to perceive him in his little life. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what great life is. And until I have that, I'm not living a great life. So, I just think that it's... Because so many women are... Oh, we got a little visitor. Because so many men treat women so poorly, it's very hard pressed to find relationships or examples where there's equality and there's a sense of intrigue or a sense of wonder about both. Like I feel like the best relationship to me, at least right now, is Tabitha Brown and her husband Chance. Is that his name?
Yeah, Chance.
Because there's equality there. You know what I'm saying? Like there is not a sense of I settle for this person or I'm rocking with this person because I feel like I have no one else that supports me. It's like, no, I want to be with you. It's an active choice.
Exactly.
And I feel like the more men make a specific choice of what they want, then we can have a better, like, just communal relationship. And when I say specific choice, if this woman is not even if it's a bad choice, like meaning like if this woman doesn't fit your aesthetic, then you need to be single. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing with women too. It's like if this man does not fit your aesthetic, then you just need to be single. There's nothing wrong with being single and figuring out what you need or what will bring you peace, as opposed to just being with someone because you feel like I'm at a time in my life where I should be with someone.
Yeah.
So
I think people need to really examine where they get these ideas from.
I agree.
And instead of just trying to go with it, like, oh, well, this is what I want. But look at why do you want it? Do you want it because that's what you really want? Or is it because it's what everyone's saying that you should want? Because I guarantee a lot more people want different things than what everybody's going for.
Absolutely.
Because if you notice, have you noticed when you're a kid, all the boys like the same 2 girls. All the girls like the same 2-3 boys. Not all, and then there's obviously those who are like outliers.
Yeah.
But everybody's going after the same person. Most of the times that person wears their hair the right way, the in way, the popular way. They dress the popular way. They have a look that is like in, maybe it's just like what is deemed as being the most aesthetic, like you said, thing at the time, most popular thing. And if you don't fit that, then nobody likes you. And when you get older, you hopefully grow out of that.
Yeah.
You hope that people and yourself grow out of it. But some people don't. Yeah. But anyway, back to Wicked. So one of the main things, I'm trying to think of, there were so many things in this movie that you could like point to and talk about. Oh, let's talk about betrayal, okay? Because, just really quick, Elphaba was betrayed by a few people in a few different ways. It wasn't the same. But just that in itself, like being betrayed by someone that you think is your mentor or your friend, it can change you. But one of the things I loved about the way it changed Elphaba was that it made her stronger. I agree. Because she didn't go, okay, well, I guess I don't have powers. This person was only trying to get close to me to use me for whatever. She realized just how powerful she was by the fact that she was betrayed the way she was. She recognized and said, oh, I've got it all right here. I actually don't need you. You needed me, and that fueled her, and it made her angry, and it made her like powers get stronger because of that anger and that desire to break away from all of the discord and the corruption. Right? Yeah. And I took that from the movie for me because I realized, even though I hate it, I have to be honest, one of the greatest motivators for me is my anger. It is true. Like, I can't lie. Just gotta be honest. Whenever somebody tries to tell me that I can't do something, or I hear that they've been talking bad about me, or thinking things like, underestimating me. Because I do get that a lot. People underestimate me. It's my superpower because then I can show them that they were wrong. But that motivates me. That anger is my biggest motivator. What about you? What is your biggest motivator?
I think seeing something in my head that hasn't existed and trying to make it exist. Whether that's like a lifestyle or a piece of art or a place I've never been, or I feel like that's my biggest motivator. And I feel like anger adversely slows me down the most, because when I'm angry about something, I'm focused on what I'm angry about, as opposed to focusing that energy on whatever I'm trying to accomplish. So it doesn't. I tried it.
You tried it.
It doesn't work for me. However, it works for other people.
Yeah, everybody has a different thing. That's just what I related to Alpha about. I was like, girl is angry. She's about to glow up even more. Okay, and that's how I am. Like, anger makes me get up and go.
I related to her most when people were like, you can't fly. And she was like, I can fly. I see myself flying. She literally saw herself flying before she flew?
Yeah, flew.
Flewed? Wow.
Before she flew.
You know what I'm saying? So that's part of my motivator. I see myself doing something. I see myself achieving something well before I even get close to it. So I can have, an opportunity or, something to work toward. That is a tangible thing for me. Because when I'm angry, I can't sleep. So
that's true. For me, it's the unknown. It's anxiety of feeling like I don't have control over something. That's what makes me not be able to sleep. When I feel like the outcome is out of my hands, then I'm not productive. But when I accept that, you're right, the outcome may not be in my hands, but I can control what I do leading up to the outcome. Then I start to feel some sense of like, okay, it's okay, because all you can do is control what you do.
Absolutely.
Right? But worrying about the future can stop you from doing stuff.
I agree.
But I would watch it again and again and again.
We're going to watch it again. It's going to be in our house for years to come.
If you're a Galinda, recognize that and just do better.
Do better, Galinda.
Just do better.
Do better.
If you're an Elphaba, keep going, keep flying.
Keep flying. Fly over all your haters.
Yes.
Fly over all of them.
You can still be friends with Galinda after they've done the work. Galindas can be your friend after they've done the work, but not during, because just like one thing she did say that pissed me off before we go. She's like, maybe you're just not as powerful as you think you are. I was like,
yeah.
Did she just say that?
You don't be friends with Galinda.
She's well-meaning, but she's not
going to do the work.
She's well-meaning, but she's not going to help you. You know what I mean? She's going to drag you down.
She's not.
That's why she had to go alone. Elphaba had to go alone.
Bye.
But that's it for us. We're going to say bye as well. But time, if you haven't watched it, watch Wicked. Enjoy the 2025 that is upon us.
Yes. And until next time, I'm Jalen.
I'm Corey.
See you soon.
See ya. Bye.